Welcome back to Jeff Koinange live here at Citizen Television. A lot of people are complaining that I'm saying that Manu won't be around the next 10 years. My bad, I apologize, but here's the deal. Recently we interviewed Reginald Mengi, a good friend of yours in Tanzania.
That's right.
Amazing guy, lovely, wonderful man.
Absolutely.
And Manu, a couple of days ago, boom.
Absolutely. Well, that you never know. Look at Eunice.
Oh, Mourinho.
Yesterday, day before yesterday.
Giving a speech at the Manu Chandaria School of what?
Chandaria Center for Performing Arts.
Jesus.
Beautiful theatre.
Yes.
500 people.
Yes.
Sitting here.
And
she was just giving the speech.
Boom.
While this was going on, but she didn't know until,
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so Fred Obach Machoka, you must know him. Radio legend over the years.
Yeah.
He says, Jeff, Manu looks like he's 70 years old. Chances are the dude might still be fresh and around even after 20 years from now.
Good Lord. Tell him, nice thought, but be my friend.
Yeah. All right, Manu. Okay, real quick. The economists predicted that Kenya was going to grow at 5.8% this year. I don't think we are there. Industry was going to grow at 7%. Manu, I don't think we're there.
No, industry was supposed to. If we want to do that four pillars, then we should be growing at 15%.
Double digits.
Industry, double digits.
Yeah.
And we're not.
No.
And every time you miss out 1 year, how many more times that you could do? Because the time limit is there. So I think that we are missing out. And the missing out is this, very simple, is that to get an economy really moving, everybody should be a part of helping and pushing. You know the word harambe?
Harambe?
Yeah.
By the way, which is an Indian word, by the way.
Yes.
It's an Indian word, isn't it?
Yes.
People claim it's Swahili.
It's become Har Har Mahadev.
No, go on.
Ambe. Har Har Ambe. Har Ambe. Har Har Ambe.
Which means what?
Ambe is one of the goddess. So Har Har Ambe, when they want to pull anything, Har Har Ambe. Har Har Ambe. Harambe.
And we stole it and adapted it. It's on our coat of arms.
That's okay, that's all right, that's fine. Fine. You're never born with anything. You invent everything that you go with. Yeah.
But can we grow? Can we turn this economy around, Manu?
Yes. It is a possibility, but we need to find why we're not growing.
Yeah.
Number one, today for exports in Africa, which we were rarely here, it's dropping very fast.
Yes.
Because we're 13% or 12% higher costly than any other else. Why? So what we should be doing? The first thing we're asking the government, drop that 2% of IDF, drop 1.5% of railway levy. 3.5%, that's the hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Out of 12%, 3.5% goes away, straight away. Then there are so many impediments that it's unbelievable that how do we make it? Power. At State House 2 years back, we agreed that it will be 9 cents.
And today?
16.
Oh.
So the point is that you cannot fight because there are other guys in the market.
Yeah. Manu, are we borrowing too much from China?
Well, there's no question of borrowing. We've borrowed already so far. So there's no, once it has happened, the milk is spilled, that's it. Now you got to find out how you're going to pay it.
Yeah.
How fast you're going to pay it.
Yeah.
And for that, it's not going to grow on the trees that you can shake them.
No.
Yeah, you got to build the economy. And you can.
But you're not answering my question. Have we borrowed too much? Have we depended too much on these people?
Yes, but the point is that if you want to grow, you got to hold hand of somebody who's going to really It's just a Shylock. It's not nobody else. But it's going to give you the money. Now, if you can use it well, in time, and make it work, the money, and what is money? What is the borrowing? Borrowing is something which you put it in your operations, and they should be operative.
Yeah.
The port should be operative.
Yeah.
The railway should be operative. And it starts paying for it. And nothing is done without an intention of earning and paying back. That's all the intention, always the intention. But if you don't do it in time, then it doesn't work.
Or if you still have the money, Manu. I mean, look, SGR, fantastic idea. Cost a lot more than it should have. Right? $4 billion or whatever it was, 368 billion.
Yeah.
Phase 1.
Yeah.
Phase 2, just about the same. And that's a lot of money, Manu. I mean, the Ethiopian one costs half that.
I know. Now listen, as I said, it's already on the floor. You don't think that you're just going to lick it and take it. No, it's not on now.
Yeah.
Now you're going to find out the smart ways of overcoming and using it harder, better, faster, so that nobody can argue about it. But if you're going to have, say for example, all the cargo should be coming out by SGR.
Yeah.
Forget about the passenger part.
Yeah.
But all the cargo should be getting out. But then to get all the cargo coming out, there should be outlet also as fast as it puts in.
Yeah. No delays.
No delay. You remember one time, about 3 years, 4 years back, President says, I want the truck from Mombasa to reach Malaba in 7 days' time.
Yeah.
And it happened.
Yeah.
Started happening. In 10 days, it started happening. Because everybody was stopping the trucks, had to get up. So I think it is a possibility.
Yeah. When you crack the whip.
Yeah.
But when you take your eye off the ball, Manu.
Yeah, then you can't.
You know what I'm saying?
The point is that everybody, that's the worrying part today. That why everybody is not on the boat.
Yeah. Or on the same page.
Same page.
Why is that, Manu? Why is that?
But
Greed? Is it greed?
Yes, greed. Greed, what else? What else? Greed, ego, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Power, whatever you call. You must have one clear example. No one is going to stop. No one. What is going is just going to go with the speed.
Manu, you and your companies are in 16 African countries. And I just want to give just one tiny example, or a big example. Ethiopia. For more than a decade, Ethiopia's economy was growing at double digits.
Yes, that's right.
As the population was growing.
Yeah.
Today they are at 100 million people, Manu. You know this.
Yes,
You're there.
Absolutely.
They made it work in Ethiopia.
Yeah. So what's the difference? Somebody made it work. What you said, the word, somebody made it work. That's it. There's no magic. No. There's no magic of something that will happen this way.
No.
It has to be that determination, that push. And then what we call teamwork. When I say this has to happen, that means there are 5 ministries involved, 15 other departments involved, all fall in line. It can't be just one going this way, the other going that way. No, it's not possible.
Okay, let me give you another example, Manu. And this is like probably the craziest country in the world, or the world's largest democracy, India. 1.2 plus, maybe 1.3 billion people, right?
Yep.
How many religions, how many sects, how many states, all this stuff. But it works.
It works.
In all that madness.
Yes.
Manu, what is our excuse?
There's no excuse for us. The only point is that each individual must be a part of this game. Everyone. If by listening today, whoever is listening today, they decide that in their own way, are they really pushing this whole agenda? Or there are impediments. They're putting the guys, stow it down, pushing it out, moving on different direction. If so, it's not good for us. The point is that it's good for me, that doesn't mean it's good for Kenya. Yeah. What's good for Kenya is what we have agreed that we should be doing. And it can be done. As I'm saying, 1.5 years have passed, maybe another 6 months will pass. But even after that, 2 years later, than our date, we'll still be there. Yeah. If we make up our mind now. And making up our mind means that means everybody should feel I am a part of that orchestra. I am a part of the growth. Yeah. I'm not a part of destruction.
Manu, do you think we, and when I say we, the media, do we have to take some of this blame in this? Because, these headlines, every single day, this person, is running for president, this one doesn't deserve, this,
No, I think that, to me, there's an idea, and maybe it's a wrong idea total, that, unless media produces something which is daring, it doesn't sell. It'll continue selling. It'll not stop. The day when it stops, it'll stop just like any other bigger countries. Like in America, papers are just becoming less and less. Yeah. So I do not think, the point is that are we doing what we should be doing? And that is supporting, pushing, asking ourselves why we are not doing. Today, how many news are there of real asking us and telling us, hey, you're not doing it. Yeah. If, say I'm an association of Kenya manufacturers, yes, they'll say you're not doing it. So when they ask me, I'll give 100 answers. No. You know it, that you want to get it done. I know it, I want to get it done. So if there is an issue between us, the 5, 6 people, 7 people around us must fall in line. The question is that we must have commitment towards the cause.
Okay, before we go to tweets, Manu, I'm asking you this very honestly. Yeah. Any regrets about investing in this crazy place called Kenya? Any regrets?
No, Kenya was. We started with nothing here. We built ourselves over here. And the point is that we got to, off and on, we keep on asking ourselves, why China grew that way?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
China. Yeah. China, communist China. Look at it today.
We decided to go to China. Our Singapore office decided to go to China. In 10 years, they employed 10,000 people.
Good Lord.
And here we are 60 years now. In Africa, 18,000 people. Why? Because every government has its own way of getting it slower. Now, you don't win you don't win a race.
No.
Yeah. So we need to really ask ourselves, who is at fault? Am I at fault? Mm. Who can ask me I'm at fault? You can ask me with all the commissions. Yeah. I can ask myself. When I go to sleep, I ask myself, hey, have I done enough? If I say I've not done enough, no, that's not all.
But you, as an entrepreneur, as an industrialist, you must get frustrated a lot of the times.
Well, the point is that you get frustrated here, and that's why the eggs are spread all over the place. If I get frustrated here, then somewhere else is good. The point is that, do I have the loyalty, being a Kenyan?
Yeah.
If I have that loyalty, why not here?
That says a lot, huh?
Yeah.
That says a lot. You could have lived anywhere, you know that?
Yeah, absolutely.
You could have lived anywhere, Manu.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's take a look at some tweets. Monica, is that okay?
Yeah.
took a look at some tweets because Manu is almost making me cry here. So Isaiah Langat says, Manu Chandaria is one man who leaders and youth of goodwill should sit down and listen to. He has a lot to offer. Hongera.
Thank you.
Thank you, Isaiah. Isaac says, this intelligent man is an example of a product of focus, dedication, and discipline that results into a true wealth.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Kevin Mayaka says, ask Manu whether he knows the late Tanzanian billionaire Reginald Mengi and what is it that one characteristic they had in common. I asked you earlier. Of course, you knew him.
He was a good East African.
Yeah.
I had the responsibility of creating East African Business Council. And I found him to be one of my supporter from Tanzania.
Yeah.
Similarly in Uganda.
Right.
Similarly in Kenya. And I thought that he believed in Tanzania, but when it came down to East Africa, I said, hey, come on, take off your glasses of only seeing Tanzania. Put your glasses as East Africa. And he was a good East African.
By the way, he wrote a book before he died. It was called I Can, I Must, I Will.
Absolutely.
Amazing book.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, you two were big competition, weren't you? I mean, you were competitors.
It's a very, very big competition. You know, when we started with this nation and PricewaterhouseCoopers, the most respected CEO of East Africa. So the first year, I saw him beautiful in a black tie and wonderful bow tie and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I thought that he's the guy probably.
Yeah.
And came the name Manu Chandaria. The second year,
right,
again, same thing happened. Came the name Manu Chandaria.
Oh my.
So I think that the third year, they said, hey, is this a clique or what? So I told them, myself, listen, please, now no more to me, number one. Number two is that, why don't you just get it repeated again? So they got it repeated again. It still was number one. So
Manu Chandaria.
The point is that competition is healthy. But the question is that you got to put up. I would say I was best East African because people believed that I was in East Africa.
Yeah.
I was in Kenya, I was in Uganda, I was in Tanzania. Mengi was still only in Tanzania.
Right.
Yeah. He has to be in Kenya, he has to be in Uganda to see and be and feel like an East African.
Yeah. You were playing in the big leagues there, Manu. Well done. Jocelyn Muthoni says, I think Manu Chandaria is a living dream of how successful we Kenyans will be if only we put everything aside, politics, corruption, scandals, and the many vices in our midst, and focus on making Kenya a better place. Nothing is out of grasp. We just have to reach out.
There is no way besides you putting yourself in the center, and every person has got a contribution to make.
You know, I always keep saying the phrase, all hands on deck.
Absolutely, absolutely. Otherwise, the boat will not go through.
Correct.
Yeah.
But people don't get it.
No. They get it. They don't want to admit it. They get it, but they feel, oh, it's not necessary.
Manu, there's a lot of corruption in India, around the world, of course. India, there's a lot of corruption, right? But it still runs. It still works.
Look, the point is that when I was a student in India, that's when I did my first degree, we used to import food. Today, India exports food. After 1.2 billion people, exports food. Here we are sitting on 50 million people.
50.
We can't meet our commitment.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. Look at that.
People are starving in Baringo or in Turkana.
Absolutely.
Come on, man. Give me a break.
Yeah. No, the point is, who's to be blamed? I call myself, I'm the first to be blamed. Because if I've not been able to do it, change the attitudes of people, push. I've done lots of things, but yet I've not been able to convince that to get every Kenyan to say, I am Kenyan first.
So have you failed then? Have you failed?
Huh?
Have you failed?
I failed because the point is that when you say, many a times I say, how many of you are Kenyans? People look at one or two, just they look at each other.
Yeah.
How can you do that? The whole people are sitting over there, the whole fool.
Yeah.
Kenya, when they say, how many of Kenya? The hands will go up. The point is that we need to make sure that we are Kenyan first, Kenyan second, Kenyan third. Then we can call, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that.
Well done. Last tweet here, Le Christophe says, corruption is the reason why this country has lost its equilibrium, and Manu will agree that the load we are going to put to bring equilibrium back is not easy. It requires much energy to kill Mr. Corruption because he is all over the place.
The point is that let's not look at the ill things that we have got. Let's look at one thing. Are we prepared to do it? Are we prepared to
do we have the will?
Do we have the will? You might have the will. Are you going to put your will into practice? Then you can find a solution.
Yeah.
Whatever we are seeing, with these 50 million people, this might be looking big. But then when there are 500 million people, there 500 million people population, this is nothing. This is a drop in the ocean. But are we prepared to do it? Have we recognized this is not right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Couple of tweets over here, Manu, before we let you go.
Yeah.
Because you need to wake up at 5:30. Dr. Oliver K. Kirui says, Manu Chandaria is humility personified. I look up to him. And then Frank Mwangi says, please ask Manu what he would tell a 25-year-old today.
I'd tell a 25-year-old today, I said, listen, you don't expect the government to do for you anything. Don't ask your parents to do anything for you because they've done already for you what you are today. Get up. Do something. Now they'll ask me, oh, what can I do? Go and plant a tree. Go to the school and say, hey, if there's some teacher absent, I'd like to fit in. There are so many things that one can do if you want to. But, oh, I should be invited. Oh, I should be paid for it. Nobody's going to pay for it. You're sitting at home anyway. You're eating the food of your parents. So why not? That whole attitude is somebody's going to do it for me. No, nobody's going to do it for you. You got to take the step. If you want to walk, you take the step. And I can't say, my secretary, you walk, and I'm sitting over here. Doesn't work. So a 25-year-old man in this country, I would say young man in this country, that guy has a responsibility to lift this country. The other day I was invited by CS Matiangi and CS Environment.
Yeah, Kiriko.
Tobacco.
Yeah.
And they said that 7% cover, we want to make sure.
Yes.
We want to go 10%.
Yeah, forest cover.
Forest cover.
Yeah.
Now, we were 11% when we started.
Correct.
When the population was only 8 million. Now we went to 1.5%. Now built it to 7. Now, why can't it be more than that? Everybody must think that I have a responsibility as a family, I must plant a tree. Full stop. We can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dennis N. Njawasi says there's too much wisdom, humility, discipline, gratitude, family, industrious. Manu Chandaria, very insightful.
Look, let's not talk about me, who I am. What do you think from tomorrow morning you're going to do? Are you going to be humble? Are you going to be simple? You build yourself.
Yeah.
I'm what I am because I joined the university when Mahatma Gandhi was doing the Quit India movement. And the first thing, we were just dazzled by his personality. The man taking the British Empire on one side and saying, no, please go. Yeah. We don't want to discuss anything. Quit India. Full stop. And the conditions are very hard.
Yes.
1, don't buy anything imported. 2, don't buy anything which is produced from an imported equipment, machinery, whatever it is. All these were out. Every day I had to spin 1 hour, every day. You don't spin one day, third day there'll be a patch on your shirt. And what was the wardrobe? 3 shirts, 2 pair of pants, 3 shirts, 2 pair of pants, and 3 underwears. That's it.
That's it.
4 years. Why? Because I felt that I was an Indian. I wanted Gandhi to win so that it can become independent.
Did you ever meet him?
Yeah, I met him, yeah.
Mahatma Gandhi?
Yeah.
You met him?
Yeah. But met him, it means you can't just have a conversation at that time.
Yeah, but he was in the room. You're in the room.
Yeah. Because he was attending so many functions. Yeah. And his functions were always open. Yeah.
It says a lot about you, and that's why you live such a simple life, man.
Well,
that's why.
The point, the question is that when do you start?
No. Yeah. How many helicopters are enough?
When does the Kenyan start saying that this is my country?
Yeah.
It's my responsibility, not only the president, not the cabinet, not the Gasarkali, not Manu Chandaria. It's our responsibility. The minute we put our responsibility, we can solve it.
That's the minute this country turns around.
Yeah,
you remind me a lot of the words of John F. Kennedy. Ask not what your country can do for you.
Absolutely.
You can do for your country.
Absolutely.
Manu Chandaria, as always, such a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time. Huh? I know it's way past your bedtime.
No, not bedtime. I see your program every time.
You do? And you message me all the time.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And all the best. Love to Aruna.
Thank you.
And we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Manu Chandaria, folks. What more can be said that hasn't been said? This man, 9 decades later, the advice he offers is so simple. It's not rocket science. And yet, we still don't get it. It's up to you. You decide.
It's up to us.
Right?
Everyone. The 25-year-old chap wouldn't be asking me the question tomorrow. What I should be doing. I told you, go and get done. Get anything that you can do.
Yeah.
Clean the streets. I've cleaned the streets, so why can't he do it? What's the problem?
Yeah. Thanks, Manu. Jeff Koinange Live, powered by Standard Chartered. Standard Chartered, your world is better with Priority Banking. Thanks so much for being a part of this show. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. with Professor Hamo on the hottest breakfast show in all of Africa. We call it Jeff and Hamo on Heart, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Hot 96. And we'll see you back here next Wednesday on the only show where the 3 letters on the keyboard follow each other, JKL. Did you know that, Manu? Did you know that on the keyboard? Do you know that?
Huh?
JKL?
Yeah.
It follows each other. Oh, he's drinking his coffee. He's not paying attention. Okay, sorry. Thanks so much for being a part of the show.
Come after.
All right, folks. Have a great week. Thanks so much. Good night. God bless. Manu, thank you, sir. God bless you.
Thank you so much.